The United States, 50 stars, one flag. But imagine if that unity shattered overnight. No Washington, no Pentagon, no president. Instead, every state raising its own flag, its own army, its own claim to survival. Texas armored convoys rolling across deserts. California drones patrolling the skies. New York turning city streets into fortress walls. Highways become front lines. Rivers turn into borders. For the first time since 1865, America isn't united. It's at war. With itself, 50 states, 50 armies, one impossible civil war. The question isn't just who strikes first, it's who lasts longest. When food, fuel, and firepower run out. So, if every U.S. state fought each other, which one would rise as the ultimate superpower? And which would vanish? In the opening days of chaos, today America's military power comes from unity. The Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, all run by one federal government. But in this scenario, the government no longer exists. Washington has fallen. The Pentagon is silent. And suddenly, each of the 50 states must survive. Alone, governors become commanders-in-chief. Their armies? National Guard units already stationed inside their borders. Their weapons? Whatever depots, airfields, and bases fall within state lines. California inherits drone facilities. Texas commands sprawling military reserves and oil refineries. Virginia controls naval bases on the Atlantic, but resources aren't evenly spread. Some states have soldiers, but no fuel. Others hold farmland, but no factories. The highways and railways that once united America now divide it. And without federal resupply, even the strongest state must fight for food, fuel, and ammunition. This isn't a civil war with blue and gray uniforms. It's 50 different flags, 50 different strategies, 50 armies preparing for total war. Every state brings its own arsenal to the battlefield. The backbone, the National Guard, the citizen soldiers with Humvees, rifles, artillery, some even with tanks, and helicopters, once designed to supplement the U.S. Army. Now each Guard unit becomes the only army their state has. Then, the bases. Control them and you gain a massive edge. California, drone wings and tech hubs. Texas, Fort Hood, one of the largest military bases in the world. Virginia and North Carolina, naval shipyards, carriers, and airfields. But power isn't just steel and jet fuel. Population matters. California, Texas, Florida, New York, millions of recruits. Vermont or Rhode Island,
resources draining
barely enough
away.
for a brigade. Police, militias, even civilian gun owners swell the ranks. America's firepower hasn't disappeared. It's fractured into 50 different militaries. The battlefield is armed to the teeth. But firepower doesn't guarantee victory, because in war, logistics kill faster than bullets. Weapons win battles. Logistics win wars. Geography decides survival. Alaska, thousands of miles away. Its guards strong but stranded. Fuel cut off. Supplies gone. Hawaii, isolated by endless ocean. Defends its islands, but slowly starves. Fuel is lifeblood. Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma. Control oil and refineries. Their tanks keep moving. Their aircraft keep flying. New England? Out of gas in weeks. Food becomes a weapon. Iowa, Nebraska, California, feed the nation. Now they can starve their enemies. New York, Illinois, urban giants, but vulnerable. Cut supply lines and their cities collapse. Terrain shifts the fight. The Rockies shield the West. The Mississippi becomes a choke point. Control it, and you control America's heart. And the deadliest constraint, no federal resupply. Every missile, every shell, every jet once gone, gone forever. Even the most powerful states face a ticking clock. But war is never 50 isolated fights. It's alliances, betrayals, blocks. Regional power blocks form overnight. The South Bloc, Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Arkansas. Oil-rich, heavily armed. Their strategy, expand fast before rivals organize. The West Coast Bloc, California, Oregon, Washington. Ports, tech, agriculture, drones and naval power, but stretched thin across mountains and deserts. The Northeast Alliance, New York, New Jersey, New England. Dense manpower, ports and finance, but little farmland on a survival clock. the Midwest Alliance, Illinois, Ohio, Michigan. Industry plus farmland, with the Great Lakes as an inland navy. Each block has advantages. Each creates new enemies. Texas eyes California's tech. New York fears Midwest farms. Alliances protect now, but doom tomorrow, and then the guns speak. Texas strikes first. Oil-fueled convoys thunder north. Tanks roll east. Helicopters sweep highways clear. On the West Coast, California fights differently. Swarms of drones. Cyber warfare. Ports keep supplies flowing. In the Northeast, New York becomes a fortress. Bridges sealed. Tunnels collapsed. Skyscrapers turned into strongholds. In the Midwest, cornfields become killing fields. Armored brigades spread across plains. Michigan rules the Great Lakes with improvised fleets. The first clashes are chaos. Texas armor meets California drones. Muscle versus technology. The Midwest fights to keep supply lines open. Florida descends into militia chaos. The United States bleeds under 50 flags. The weaker states fall first. Vermont, Delaware, Rhode Island. Swallowed by neighbors. Size matters. Fuel runs dry in New England. Aircraft grounded. Tanks idle. Meanwhile, Texas and Louisiana pump oil day and night. Their war machine rolls on. Food becomes a weapon. The breadbasket states hold power over life itself. Enemies starve or submit. Isolation breaks the distant ones. Alaska freezes. Hawaii starves, and nuclear arsenals? Locked away. No governor has the codes. The war is savage, but not nuclear. The weak collapse. The strong endure. And the map begins to narrow. Months of chaos carve the nation into giants. Texas rises in the south. Fuel and manpower feed endless campaigns. California leads the west. Ports, tech, and precision drones dominate, but distance weakens them. New York commands the Northeast. Ports for trade. Millions of recruits, but food shortages haunt them. The Midwest grows into a fortress. Farmland and factories keep it alive. The Mississippi and Great Lakes give it steel arteries of movement. 4 blocks remain. Texas, California, New York, the Midwest, each strong. Each waiting for the others to bleed. America has become rival empires, and no bloc can crush the others without destroying itself. When the dust settles, the United States is gone. What was once one nation is now a shattered land economically. Supply chains broken. Industries starve. Cities crumble. Militarily, states learn a brutal truth. Strength in isolation is weakness. Texas has oil. California has drones. New York has manpower. The Midwest has food, but no single state can balance all three. Politically, the world watches. Foreign powers see opportunity, influence, trade, even invasion. For ordinary people, the highways once shared, now battle lines. The flag once saluted, now forgotten. The lesson is clear. America's true weapon was never tanks, carriers, or jets. It was unity. Divided, even giants fall. United, they were invincible. So, who wins if every state fights? Not Texas, not California. Not New York. The winner was always the United States itself. But what if the battlefield changed? What if Rome's legions faced America's modern military? That's our next impossible clash.